So good morning friends, I hope your preparations are going fine. So today we'll be looking at the major religious places of India. So the first entry we have with us today is Amarnath. If you look the location of Amarnath, it is in the Jammu and Kashmir state of India, and it is at the altitude of around 3,900 meters from the mean sea level, and it is one of the most important holiest shrine of Hinduists, and it is also based on the limestone topography kind of landform. So we will look at the important features of this place. So it is situated in the Greater Himalayas in the Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir. It is essentially a limestone topography, and the shivling which is formed at the bottom of this limestone topography is essentially a stalagmite, and stalagmite, as we all know, it is emerging from the ground of this cave. The stalactites are emerging from the roof and stalagmites emerges from the ground. So what happens is, this stalagmite formed due to the freezing of water drops that fall from the roof of the cave, which essentially can be manifested in the form of shivling, which we see. It is also known for the Amarnath Yatra, which every year is taken place, and it is accessible by the Pahalgam and the Baltal routes. So this is the important characteristics of this region. The next entry we have with us is the Vaishnav Devi place. So as you can see, it is also nearby to this place of Amarnath, and the characteristics of this place are, it is the temple place of Hindu goddess Adi Shakti, and other characteristics of this place, if you look, are it is in the Katra town in Riyasi district of Jammu and Kashmir. You can look at this place. This is Riyasi, and just below this Riyasi is our Vaishnav Devi. It is also one of the holiest Hindu temples dedicated to Adi Shakti that we have already discussed, and the major festivals of this place are Navratris and Durga Puja, on which large number of visitors every year come to this place. It is also the second most visited religious shrine in India after the Tirumala Venkateshwar temple of Andhra Pradesh, which is in the Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh, this temple. And also a rail link from Udhampur to Katra is being built to facilitate pilgrimage. So we have already learned this location of Udhampur, which is an important city of Jammu and Kashmir, and so there it is a place of Adi Shakti goddess. The next entry we have with us is Anandpur Sahib. So if you look at the location of this Anandpur Sahib, it is here, and the important characteristics of Anandpur Sahib, if you look, are it features an essential major festival and gathering of Sikhs every year on the occasion of the festival called as Hola Mohalla, which was being invented by Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Guru of Sikhism, and it is located in Roopnagar district of Punjab. So by the name of Anandpur, literally it also means the holy city of bliss, that is happiness, one of the sacred places of Sikhs, and it is located on the Satluj bank near Govind Sagar. It was founded in 1665 by 9th Sikh Guru Tej Bahadur Singh, and the important festival of this area is Hola Mohalla, which was being invented by Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Guru of Sikh. So next important entry we have is the Yamunotri Glacier, which is essentially in the Garhwal Himalayas of Uttarakhand. These are at an altitude of 3,200 meters. So you can see this is the location, and here is an essential peak known as Bandarpunch. It is also in the Greater Himalayas. Other characteristics of this region can be seen as, it is in the Uttarakashi district of Uttarakhand. It is the seat of goddess Yamuna. A temple is also made by this name only. So it is essentially one of the 4 sites of India's Chota Char Dham pilgrimage. Char Dham means the 4 abodes of the 4 pilgrimage site of India, the other being Gangotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. So if you talk about the concept of this Chota Char Dham or Char Dham, and you can also write this concept in any of your map entry rating or pertaining to the religious places in India. So what happens actually is, the Adi Shankara Acharya has founded the Char Dhams, which include, I am mentioning again, the Adi Shankaracharya has founded a bigger circuit of Char Dhams, which are essentially 4 abodes, that is a set of 4 pilgrimage sites. and it included Badrinath, Dwarka, third is Puri, and fourth is Rameshwaram. And to differentiate from this set of Char Dham, there was another category which was Chota Char Dham, which includes Gangotri, Yamunotri, Badrinath, and Kedarnath. So Badrinath is essentially a part of both Char Dham and Chota Char Dham. So the temple of goddess Yamuna was also built by Maharaja Pratap Shah of Tehri Galwar district here. So this is how you can actually answer or write details of the important religious sites of North India, especially in terms of Char Dham or Chota Char Dham. The next entry we have with us is Gangotri, which is essentially a glacier, and it is a town. A Gangotri town is also located on the banks of river Bhagirathi. So nearby a Bhagirathi also flows to this place. It is lying towards somewhat east to Yamunotri glacier, and it is essentially in the greater Himalayan region of the Great Himalayas. So the other characteristics you can see, this is the river Bhagirathi, and it is located, the town of Gangotri located on the banks of this Bhagirathi river. The other characteristics of this place can be seen as, of course, it is lying in the Uttarakashi district of Uttarakhand, similarly like the Yamunotri glacier. It has Gangotri National Park. Also, it is one of the important pilgrimage sites coming under the four Chota Char Dham, the other being Yamunotri, Badrinath, and Kedarnath, which we have already talked about. It has a temple of goddess Gangotri, which was built by Nepalese General Amar Singh Thapa in early 18th century. This is not necessarily that you should remember such details, but you can use the concept of Char Dham and Chota Char Dham. You can essentially talk about the place, the state in which it is coming, and upon the essential ecological or religious significance of this place. And it is also located on the banks of Bhagirathi river, as we have already seen. The next important entry we have is Badrinath. So you can look, and it is in nearly southeast of this Gangotri glacier. This is the Badrinath place, which is essentially a part of both Char Dham and Chota Char Dham category of religious places. And you can see this is Gangotri glacier, and towards south east of this place is our Badrinath. The other essential characteristics of this place are, it is located in the greater Himalayas, likewise the Gangotri glacier, and it is also an important center for Hindus. It is an abode of Lord Vishnu, and it may remain closed most of the times of the year and remain open in May to October. And essentially it is one of the Char Dhams of Hindus. The next important place we have is, and also regarding Badrinath, it was established by Adi Shankara in the 7th century, and after that he gave the concept of bigger circuit, that is Char Dham, which includes the places first Badrinath, second Dwarka, third Puri, and fourth Rameshwaram. So whenever such kind of places are there, you can signify under them the categories of Char Dham or Chota Char Dham. The next category is Kedarnath. So you can see Kedarnath. It is also in Uttarakhand, and it is lying south of the Gangotri glacier. You can see here, this is our Gangotri glacier, this is our Yamunotri, and this is Badrinath. So Yamunotri, Gangotri, and Badrinath, and below Gangotri we have Kedarnath, where the problem of flash flood was happened few years back, and it is in the Rudraprayag district of Uttarakhand. So it is located in the greater Himalayas as other religious places of Yamunotri, Gangotri, and Badrinath, and it is south of Gangotri in the Chamoli district of Uttarakhand. It has 12th century temple of Shiva, and here the musk deer sanctuary also lies. Musk deer, that is Kasturi, we call it in Hindi. So this is a place of musk deer sanctuary as well. The next location we have with us is Haridwar, and we all know that Ganges exit the foothills of Himalayas from at this place. So it debouches from the foothills of the Himalayas essentially at this place, which is the Haridwar district of Uttarakhand. And there are so many ghats and this place, such as Har Ki Pauri, where the evening ritual of Ganga Aarti happens every day. And if you look at the other characteristics of this place, so this is Rishikesh, and this is the capital city of Uttarakhand, Dehradun. and above them lies our Kedarnath, Yamunotri, Gangotri and Badrinath. So this is a sequence which you should remember. So they are very nearby and close to places, but you should remember who lies in the east and who lies on the west and who lies south to which. So below them there is Haridwar, which you have already seen. And talking about its characteristics, we have it is located at foothills of Shivaliks on the bank of Ganga in Uttarakhand. The Ganga depouches. What is mean by this statement is Ganga actually exits the Himalayan foothills and it enters into the plains area from this place only. Of course, Kumbh Mela is held here once in every 12 years and it is a sacred and pilgrimage site for Hindus. So moving ahead, we have another entry we have with us, that is Rishikesh. So you can see it is north to Haridwar and it is the gateway to the Himalayas. We can say Rishikesh is essentially a gateway to the Himalayas and it is north to Haridwar. You can see it in this as well. So this is Haridwar, this is Rishikesh, this is the capital city of Uttarakhand, this is Uttarakashi district, this is Kedarnath, this is Badrinath, this is Gangotri here at this place, and this is Yamunotri. So if you talk about the important characteristics of this place, it is of course an important Hindu pilgrimage site located near to Haridwar, which is north to it. So it is around roughly 6 to 7 kilometers north of Haridwar, of course in the Uttarakhand district. It is known as a gateway to the Himalayas, which we have already discussed. And according to legends, Lord Rama did penance here after killing Ravana. Penance means punishment kind of thing, which is inflicted on oneself as an outward expression of sacrifice, you can say. So after killing Ravana, Lord Rama did penance at this place only, and it is also sometimes nicknamed as the world capital of yoga due to more number of yoga centers in its vicinity. And also every year on the day of World Yoga, so many programs of yogas have been held here. So it is an important site as well as for the World Yoga Day as well, which is giving us an international face in the international arena. The next entry we have with us is Somnath. So it is in this Kathiawar Peninsula, primarily in the Saurashtra region of Gujarat. And talking about essentially characteristics of this region, it is in the Saurashtra on the west coast of Gujarat. So this is the west coast of Gujarat, this is Kathiawar Peninsula, and this is the Saurashtra region. Other characteristics of this place you can see. So this is Somnath, this is Diu, Daman and Diu, which we have already talked about in the last class of important cities, which is a continental island. So this is Somnath. So it is near to this Veraval place and it is in the Saurashtra region. Other characteristics, if you look, is it is also dedicated to Lord Shiva and it is one of the richest temple of its time, and therefore it was many times looted and destroyed by the Muslim invaders and rulers of the time. It has also it is the most sacred of the 12 Jyotirlings shrines of God Shiva. So it comes under the 12 top Jyotirling sites of Lord Shiva. The next we have with us is Kushinagar. So if you can see the Kushinagar, and essentially Kushinagar is in the Kushinagar district of Uttar Pradesh, and it is one of the capital of Malas, and Mala was one of the 16th Mahajanpadas of the time. So Kushinagar was the capital of Malas, and Malas was one of the 16th Mahajanpadas in the ancient India. Talking about other characteristics of this place, you can see it is located northeastern part of Uttar Pradesh near the border with Nepal and Bihar. So essentially in the Tarai region or Tarai belt, it is located near the border with Nepal. Of course, it is an important Buddhist pilgrimage site where Gautam Buddha died. So it is an important site for you to remember. It was the capital of Malas, which we have already discussed, and it is where the Buddha's Mahaparinirvana Stupa is built. So that makes it as an important site, especially with respect to Buddha and Buddhism. The next site we have with us is Ayodhya. And Ayodhya, if you look, is here, just northwest to this Kushinagar, and Uttar Pradesh. And if you talk about the characteristics of this place, it is very near to the Faizabad district of Uttar Pradesh, and it is also a setting place of the epic Ramayana, and Ayodhya also find its mention in Mahabharata and Ramayana. So it is very holistic site of Hindus. So it is the old capital of Awadh, located in the Faizabad district of UP, on the banks of Sarju River. So it's a Sarju River passes by through them, and it is the birthplace of Lord Rama. So Lord Rama was essentially born at this place only, and the Babri Masjid demolition issue and controversy related to this issue is being the place. It is also in Ayodhya. So Ayodhya is a very important place for Hindus, and it is found its mention in the various epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana. The next we have is the Nalanda, which is in the southeastern part of Patna. You can see. So it is southeast of Patna, and Patna is the capital of Bihar, and it is also an important UNESCO World Heritage Site. So as you all know that UNESCO designates some of the important sites of the world under its World Heritage category. And if you look, this is Nalanda, this is Patna. So southeast of Patna lies Nalanda. Other important places of this nearby Nalanda is Bihar Sharif and Rajgir, which we will be covering in our next slides. So Nalanda, it is also famous for its university of the ancient India, along with Takshila and Vikramshila. So Takshila was at the western side of India, and it is few kilometers away to the southeast of Bihar Sharif. Here also the ruins of old Nalanda universities can be seen, which are preserved and can be seen here. Also on the lines of the old Nalanda universities, Nalanda International University is also been open, which is exclusively for postgraduate and doctoral school. So higher secondary or higher learning educational institute is being specifically the Nalanda International University. Also you can see recently the vice chancellor is Sunaina Singh, and the governing body comprises chancellors and vice chancellors, 5 members from countries with highest contribution. So other countries also contribute for the functioning of this university, which primarily are India, China, Australia, Laos and Thailand. So it is having an international face of its own, which was visible in the ancient time as well as in the modern time. So it is opened on the lines of the Nalanda University, which was of the past. The next we have is the Gaya. So you can see the Gaya is a bit of north southwest of Nalanda. You can also see it here. So this is Nalanda, this is Rajgir, and this is Gaya, and this is Patna. So take this Patna as an origin point and try to explain the location of these sites such as Nalanda, Bihar Sharif, Rajgiri and Gaya from the perspective of Patna. So Patna, southeast to it is Nalanda, south east is Rajgiri, and south we can say is Gaya. So it is on the banks of Falgu river. So hereby nearly a Falgu river flows by, and Gaya is famous both for Jainism, Hinduism and Buddhist religions, and specifically in the Hindu epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata. The place Gaya found its mention. So you can see, and just 11 kilometers to the south of Gaya is Bodh Gaya, where the Gautam Buddha attains his enlightenment. So we can see in the coming slides, you can see. So it is on the bank of river Falgu, sanctified by both Hindus and Buddhists, and also some Jain pilgrimage sites are also located. Famous temple is Vishnupad temple. At the Brahmoini hills, Buddha preached his first sermon. Shrine of Hazrat Makhdoom Sayyid Shah Durvesh is also located, and it is a second seat, you can say, of OTA officers. OTA, that is Officers Training Academy, which is being recruited by the Indian Army. So first one is in Chennai, OTA Academy, and other one is in Gaya. So both Gaya, as we have seen, it is nearly around 11 kilometers south of Gaya district. So this is Bodh Gaya, where the Buddha attained his enlightenment. As you can see, other characteristics of this place, you can see This is Gaya, Bodh Gaya, Rajgiri, Nalanda, Bihar Sharif, Patna. You can locate all other from the vicinity or origin point taking as Patna, and you can write it in your details. So other characteristics of this place of Bodh Gaya you can see. It is a famous religious and historical town in Bihar, south of Gaya, and it is near the border of Jharkhand. Also, the Mahabodhi temple complex is an essential World Heritage Site. So coming to our next entry, it is Rajgir, again an important place in Bihar. So you can see, so it is south to Nalanda, and Nalanda is southeast of Patna. As you can see, Rajgir is here. So this is Nalanda, this is south. So you can say south west a bit, and this is Rajgir. So the characteristics of this place is, it is the first capital of the kingdom of Magad, which was later became the Mauryan Empire. The city is also known for its wellness tourism activities as well, because it has been developed into a health and winter resort due to its warm pond waters, and Jarasandha belonged to this place in Mahabharat. So the character of Mahabharat, Jarasandha, belongs to this place in Mahabharat. Also, this city is a kind of a valley which is surrounded by 7 small hills. So it is essentially surrounded by 7 hills from all the sides. So this is Rajgir, an important site. Another thing which we look is, the next entry is Shanti Niketan. So you can see it is here. So it is in the West Bengal state, near the Bolpur area. This is the Bolpur area of West Bengal, and just north to it is Shanti Niketan. So it became a spiritual center. Afterwards it has been acquired by Debendranath Tagore, and it was being seen as a place where people from all religion are invited for meditation and prayers. So we can look the characteristics as, it is a small town in Birbhum district of West Bengal. Vishwa Bharati University was established by Rabindranath Tagore here in 1921, and it is named by Maharshi Debendranath Tagore, who bought this place, and at that time only a single building was there, which was by the name of Shanti Niketan, and hence the place got its name. And Rabindranath Tagore, he was Rabindranath Tagore's father. So famous personalities like Indira Gandhi, Satyajit Ray, the famous filmmaker, and Amartya Sen, the economist, all have studied here. So the next location we have is Tawang. So Tawang is an important Buddhist pilgrimage site in the western part of the Arunachal Pradesh district. So it is also a site which has been disputed between India and China claims that Tawang is an area which belongs to China, essentially a part of southern Tibet. So we can see other characteristics. So here is Tawang, here is the Bamla Pass, and roughly around this area it is the Bomdila Pass, as you all know. And Tawang is in the western side of Arunachal Pradesh. It is famous for Tawang Monastery. It was founded in accordance with wishes of the 5th Dalai Lama, Ngawang Lobsang Gyatso. So the 5th Dalai Lama, on his wishes only, Tawang Monastery was found, and it forms an essential part of Buddhism today. Also, it is the largest monastery in India as well as outside Lhasa. So it is roughly in the elevation of 2700, and it is also the birthplace of 6th Dalai Lama. So it was formed on the wishes of 5th Dalai Lama, and it is the birthplace of 6th Dalai Lama. The next entry we have with us is Parshuram. So H is missing here. So it is essentially Parshuram Kund. So you can see the Parshuram Kund. It is also in the northeastern part, and it is in the lower reaches of Lohit River. So from here Lohit River flows, and it is essentially in the lower reaches of Lohit River. As you can see, this is Parshuram Kund. So essentially some say Parsuram, or other name is Parshuram Kund, in the lower reaches of Lohit. So this is the Lohit River, and in the lower reaches Parshuram Kund is located. If you talk about other characteristics of this region, so it is located 13 miles northeast of Tezu. It is the district headquarters of Lohit district of Arunachal Pradesh. Large number of pilgrims visit every year during Parshuram Mela held in the month of January. Also, it is believed that Parshuram washed away all his sins in this Kund, and therefore the name goes by from this event as Parshuram Kund. The next important location we have is Palitana. Palitana place, it is also in the Saurashtra region of the Gujarat and on the Kathiawar peninsula. So it is essentially a city of temples, and it is essentially over the Shatrunjaya hills which are located in this place. So over them it is located. So you can see here it is. This is Gulf of Kambat, and this is Bhavnagar district, an important location which is just above this place of Palitana. So if you look at the characteristics, it is located 50 kilometers southwest of Bhavnagar city and is a major pilgrimage site of Jains. So dominancy of Jainism is there, and it is considered as the most sacred pilgrimage place of Jains. Main temple is dedicated to first Tirthankar Lord Adinath, whose other name was Rishabdev. So this is Palitana, which is located 50 kilometers southwest of Bhavnagar district or city of Gujarat, and it is an important Jainist site, and is located essentially over the Shatrunjaya hills. The next location we have is Sanchi. As you all know, it's a famous place, and it is located near Bhopal in the Madhya Pradesh state of India. Other characteristics of this place, if you look as, it is a World Heritage Site, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a stupa here date back to 3rd century BC and is the largest stupa in India. So this are the essential characteristics of Sanchi, and also the historical place located in the Raisen district of Madhya Pradesh. So essentially the nearest location is Raisen, and it is located northeast of Bhopal, and it is located on the banks of the river Betwa. So I guess that is all for the day. No, one entry is also remaining, and the last one is Khajuraho. So Khajuraho, if you talk about, so this is Panna, an important district of Madhya Pradesh. This is the Buldelkhand region, and this is Chhatarpur district. And if you talk about Khajuraho, so Khajuraho is located in Chhatarpur district of Madhya Pradesh in the northern part of the state in Bundelkhand. So Bundelkhand Nisik country, Nisik dissected terrain of Bundelkhand, it is located hereby, and it is famous for its numerous temples with excellent architecture, with sexual appeals built by Chandela rulers in 10th and 11th centuries from the sandstones of Panna. So as you can see that Panna is located nearby, where by sandstones are found in abundance, and it is also made with the help of these sandstones which are brought to this place of Khajuraho, and is essentially a World Heritage Site. So 23rd we have Ujjain. Ujjain is also an important city of Madhya Pradesh, and it is a very important religious city as well because of the presence of Mahakaleshwar temple location here, and it is located on the banks of river Shipra. We can see this is Ujjain, and it is north of Indore, an important city of Madhya Pradesh. So you can see located on Malwa Plateau. So you can use these geographical regions while explaining the location of a particular city on the banks of Shipra river. So Shipra river flows by, and it is an important center of learning and the capital of Avanti in the ancient times. An important pilgrimage center, that is Mahakaleshwar temple, where the famous 4 a.m. morning prayer happens, in which so many visitors and pilgrims take part. It is a junction of 5 railways and NH3 passes, and is famous for cotton textiles, soya bean processing industries, and nearby to this place is also the location of Bradhari Gufas or caves, Bradhari caves, which is a very important place for ancient sadhus who used to take shelter under these caves. So this is Ujjain, an important religious city which is also located in Madhya Pradesh. So there are few states in India, especially in North India, where you can find the concentration of the important religious sites. And that is all for this lecture, which is our day 67, the religious places part 1. And I hope you find this good, and we will be covering the other religious places of India in the next coming slides. Thank you so much.